The trial of the former Chongqing Party chief Bo Xilai has concluded after 5 days of open proceedings at the Jinan Intermediate People's Court. The court will pronounce the verdict on a date to be decided. Bo has been charged with bribery, embezzlement and abuse of power. On the 5th day of the trial, the court debate between the prosecution and the defence was held. The prosecutors have demanded Bo be punished severely because of the gravity of the crimes committed and his apparent lack of remorse. Bi Jianlu has our top story.
Concluding a closely watched trial of a senior party leader, the court on Monday first heard the closing arguments by the prosecution. The prosecutors say Bo's defense of bribery, graft and abuse of power charges flies in the face of the evidence presented before the court.
The prosecution believes the charges of embezzlement, bribery and abuse of power against the defendant are presented with substantial evidence and solid facts. The defendant is found guilty of these charges and should be punished severely.
Their arguments were followed by Bo's closing arguments and a final statement by his lawyers. Bo denied the charges against him and denounced the prosecution's key witnesses, including his former police chief and his wife. The hearing then ended with a direct debate between the prosecution and the defense. At Monday's press conference, the court spokesman said the openness and transparency of the trial has been a highlight.
The court chose the biggest courtroom and allowed more than 100 people, including a dozen journalists, to hear the trial. Meanwhile, we held a press conference every half day after the hearing to brief the media on the trial's progress.
The spokesman also said the court used a microblog to update the public on the progress of the proceedings. It is the first time that any court has used a microblog for this purpose in China. Bi Jianlu, CCTV.